The year 1960 saw the launch of the USS Thresher, SSN 593, a nuclear-powered submarine, a marvel of engineering. The Thresher was the lead ship of her class, designed for hunting Soviet submarines. This submarine was a hunter, silent and swift, a guardian of the deep. The Thresher represented the cutting edge of naval technology. Hopes were high, the crew highly trained. This was a submarine built for a new era of undersea warfare. The Cold War was raging. Tensions were high between the United States and the Soviet Union. The Thresher was a key asset for the United States Navy, its mission to patrol the Atlantic Ocean, to stand ready to defend against any threat. The Thresher embodied American ambition and ingenuity. It was a symbol of power in an uncertain world. Little did anyone know, tragedy awaited. The pride of the fleet would soon face its ultimate test, in the cold depths of the Atlantic. The Thresher had already completed sea trials. Now came the real test, a deep diving exercise, a routine operation, or so it seemed. On April 9, 1963, the Thresher departed from Portsmouth Naval Shipyard, destination the open ocean. Aboard were 129 souls, officers, sailors and civilian technicians, all dedicated to their duty. Their mission to push the submarine to its limits, to test its capabilities in the crushing pressure of the deep. Excitement and anticipation filled the air. This was a chance to prove the Thresher's mettle, to demonstrate the submarine's superiority. But there was also a sense of routine. The crew had faith in their vessel. The weather was fair, seas calm. The Thresher submerged. It descended into the blue depths. Little did anyone know that this routine mission would soon turn into a nightmare, a tragedy that would shock the world. The morning of April 10, 1963, the Thresher was conducting its deep-diving tests, communicating with the USS Skylark, a submarine rescue ship on the surface. Suddenly, disaster struck. Garbled messages, unintelligible sounds. The Thresher reported experiencing minor difficulties. Then, silence. The men aboard the Skylark listened intently, hope fading with every passing second. The Thresher was gone, lost in over 8,400 feet of water. The crushing pressure of the deep. No chance of survival. 129 lives lost. The news sent shockwaves through the United States Navy, and the nation mourned. How could this happen? The Thresher was a state-of-the-art vessel, the pride of the fleet. Its sinking was unthinkable. The mystery deepened. What went wrong? Questions lingered, demanding answers. The Navy had to find out. Section 4, Echoes in the Abyss, Searching for Answers. A massive search and rescue operation swung into action. Ships and aircraft scoured the area. Hope dwindled with each passing hour. Debris found. Confirmation of the unthinkable. The Thresher was lost. The Navy launched an intensive investigation. A court of inquiry was convened. The goal to determine the cause of the disaster, to prevent such a tragedy from ever happening again. The investigation was long and complex. Evidence was meticulously analysed, records scrutinised, experts testified. The court concluded that the most likely cause was a piping failure, leading to a catastrophic flooding of the engine room. The Thresher's nuclear reactor shut down. The submarine plunged to the bottom. The pressure hull imploded. The wreckage spread across the ocean floor. A somber reminder of the unforgiving nature of the deep. Section 5, Legacy of Loss, Transforming Submarine Safety. The loss of the Thresher was a turning point in naval history. It led to a profound reassessment of submarine safety procedures. The Navy implemented a series of sweeping reforms, known as SubSafe. Every aspect of submarine design, construction and operation was reviewed. New standards were established for piping systems, welding procedures, quality control and crew training. Nothing was overlooked. The SubSafe program was rigorous and comprehensive. Its implementation was closely monitored. No detail was too small, no expense spared. Safety became the paramount concern in all aspects of submarine operations. The legacy of the Thresher lived on in the SubSafe program, a lasting tribute to the lives lost, a commitment to ensuring that such a tragedy would never happen again. The Navy had learned a hard lesson. Section 6. Honoring the fallen. A nation remembers. The loss of the Thresher was a national tragedy. The nation mourned the 129 souls lost. Memorials were erected, services held. The sacrifice of the Thresher's crew would never be forgotten. The families of the victims received support from the Navy and the nation, but the pain of their loss would never fully heal. The Thresher disaster served as a stark reminder of the risks taken by those who serve in the silent service. Every year on April 10th, the anniversary of the sinking, memorial services are held to honor the memory of the Thresher and her crew, to remember their sacrifice, and to reaffirm the commitment to submarine safety. The Thresher's legacy lives on, not only in the SubSafe program, but also in the hearts and minds of all who serve in the submarine force. A reminder of the importance of vigilance, dedication, and unwavering commitment to safety. Section 7. Guardians of the Deep, the enduring impact. The loss of the USS Thresher was a tragedy that shook the nation, but it also served as a catalyst for change. The SubSafe program, born from this tragedy, has had a profound impact on submarine safety. Since its implementation, there has not been a single loss of a US Navy submarine due to a similar incident. The SubSafe program stands as a testament to the lessons learned from the Thresher disaster, a commitment to never forgetting. The Thresher's story is a reminder of the dangers faced by submariners, the unforgiving nature of the deep. It is also a story of resilience, of the Navy's determination to learn from its mistakes, to improve. The men of the USS Thresher gave their lives in the service of their country. Their sacrifice was not in vain. Their legacy lives on in every submarine that sails the seas today, guardians of the deep, silent and strong.